Chosen one, and God is speaking to you right this second. This is not a message to ignore or scroll past. God himself is commanding you to accept a sacred wealth contract written just for you that will unlock blessings and abundance like you've never seen before. This is a divine appointment, a moment that will never come again if you let it slip. God is saying, I want you wealthy. I have prepared riches for you, but you must accept it now. Hesitation is loss. Delay is denial. If you don't accept this wealth contract today, you are closing the door on your destiny. The universe is shifting, and this opportunity is here right now. But it won't wait for you. Time is running out. This is a spiritual and financial awakening that will catapult you from scarcity to unstoppable abundance. The very blessings you've been begging for are ready to manifest, but only if you say yes. Stop everything. Pause this video and do these 3 urgent things. Hit that like button. Lock in your commitment. Subscribe so this message reaches 80,000 chosen ones ready for breakthrough. Drop the number 99 in the comments. This sacred number sends a powerful signal to the heavens to release your blessings. God is waiting, God is calling, and only those who accept will walk into a future of wealth and favor. Will you accept? Will you receive? Your destiny is calling. Don't turn away. Let's claim your wealth contract right now. You've carried the weight for long enough. The pressure of unpaid bills, the silent shame of mounting debt, the anxiety that grips your heart every time you open your banking app or answer a phone call from an unknown number. God has seen it all, and now he's saying it ends here. He's not ignoring the weight you've been under. He's confronting it with divine authority. Heaven has declared your name. And the first order of this divine wealth contract is debt cancellation. Not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual. Debt doesn't only affect your wallet. It affects your worship. It cripples your confidence, clouds your clarity, and suffocates your sense of calling. But when God cancels something, he cancels it completely. No lingering balances, no spiritual interest fees. God is not just giving you relief, he's granting you release. You are stepping out of the prison of lack into the promise of liberty. What was once impossible is now inevitable because heaven has signed the order. And understand this isn't a transaction. It's a covenant, a divine contract, a supernatural document sealed by the blood of Jesus and written in the ink of God's favor. You're not begging for mercy. You're receiving inheritance. Every dollar you owed, every ounce of pressure, it's being buried under the weight of divine provision. This is your first step into abundance. Your debt is done. Let's be real. You've looked at your life and seen empty. Bank account zero. Hope fading. Vision blurred. But let me tell you the greatest secret heaven ever whispered. God builds his biggest blessings from the barest beginnings. The world sees zero as a failure. God sees zero as foundation. You are being stripped not to be shamed, but to be structured for greatness. Being broke didn't break you. It birthed you. The grind didn't destroy you. It developed you. You're not poor. You're prepared. The rejection, the delays, the losses, they didn't reduce your value. They revealed your resilience. And now God says, since you've been faithful with nothing, I can trust you with everything. You're about to rise not on credit, but on covenant. God is rebuilding you from the ashes into abundance. What's coming is not just a financial turnaround. It's a full system reboot. God is resetting your life, your habits, your thinking, your income streams, your connections. He's laying new foundations, not just for cash flow, but for kingdom flow. You are being repositioned as the lender, not the borrower. You're going from broke to blessed, and your story is becoming a divine strategy. You've survived seasons where scarcity was your only reality. You've mastered how to stretch coins, how to fake strength, how to pretend peace when inside you were drowning in stress. But I have good news for your soul. That era is over. Poverty is not your portion. Scarcity is not your signature. Lack has been evicted, and heaven has issued your wealth license. When God ends a thing, he doesn't just pause it. He erases it. The curse of not enough is being broken over your life and your bloodline. What held your parents and your grandparents captive will not follow you. This isn't just about your wallet. It's about your legacy. Lack was never your inheritance. Abundance is your birthright. You are not a struggler. You are a steward of supernatural supply. Doors that were closed due to limited funds are now opening under divine favor. God is giving you access to what you couldn't buy, qualify for, or even imagine. You are moving from survival mode to sovereign mode. Unlimited doesn't mean reckless. It means relentless provision. Every time you thought you'd run out, God will fill again. Welcome to your new normal overflow. What if I told you your bank account is about to become a spiritual witness? That it's about to testify of God's goodness, God's glory, and God's generosity. Because what's coming to you won't make logical sense. It will make supernatural impact. Divine deposits are being released into your hands. Not because you earned them, but because you're entrusted. Get ready for financial miracles, unexpected checks, surprise settlements, anonymous blessings, business breakthroughs. Not because you manipulated it, but because God mandated it. Your obedience unlocked a portal, and now heaven is funding your future. The numbers on your statement will no longer make you weep in frustration. They'll make you praise in wonder. God is using money as a message, and that message is clear. I see you. I favor you. I fund you. Money will no longer be your master. It will be your ministry tool. Your account will preach louder than any sermon. It will say to the world, this is what happens when God signs the contract. Buckle up. Supernatural finance is flowing your way. God is not just a provider. He is a restorer. And right now, heaven is moving to pay you back. Every time you cried in silence while others laughed, every opportunity that was stolen, every dollar you lost, every door slammed in your face, God says, I owe you restoration. He doesn't just return what you lost, He multiplies it. What the enemy meant for evil, God is flipping for profit. The time you thought was wasted, He's turning it into wisdom. The relationships that betrayed you, they were just clearing space for divine partnerships, the money that disappeared. God is not only replenishing it, He's bringing it back with interest and increase. You've been faithful, and now the harvest is inevitable. The debt others created for you is being turned into a divine dividend. God keeps perfect records, and He always settles accounts. You're not walking into a season of compensation. You're stepping into a season of overflow restitution. Get ready. The comeback is bigger than the loss. For years, you've walked through rooms unnoticed, built dreams in silence, and worked while others watched you struggle. You've cried in bathrooms, encouraged others while no one saw your own exhaustion, and wondered if your gifts would ever make room for you. But here's what God says now. Your invisible season has expired. He's pulling you out of obscurity and launching you into visibility, not for attention, but for assignment. God is the master of divine timing. He allows seasons of hiddenness, not to punish you, but to prepare you. He had to hide you while your roots were growing deep so your fruit could last. And now every seed you've planted in private is about to burst into harvest in public. You're not just being seen, you're being recognized. You're not chasing opportunity. Opportunity is chasing you. This isn't just elevation, it's divine activation. The world is about to witness your wealth as a testimony of the God who lifts the humble and exalts the faithful. Business doors are opening. Clients are finding you. Investors are calling. Streams of income are multiplying. You're going from invisible to unstoppable. And your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. Get ready. The stage has been set. This wealth contract isn't just about money. It's about territory. God is not just blessing your wallet. He's expanding your land. Ownership is your portion. Property is your promise. Generational legacy is your inheritance. You are being positioned not just to possess finances, but to possess the land. You've rented long enough, watched others hold keys to buildings, deeds to land, and titles to legacy, while you only held dreams. But God is changing the script. He's making you the head and not the tail. He's putting your name on titles, on legal documents, on the walls of places you never imagined owning. Real estate miracles are being written into your story. The land is yours. Go take it. This isn't just about blessing you. It's about blessing your bloodline. Your children's children will walk on the land you own. They'll build on foundations you laid. You're not just moving into a new house. You're moving into a new dimension of dominion. God didn't bring you this far to lease. He brought you to lead. This contract includes land, legacy, and limitless living. Claim it. You're not walking into this season alone. Heaven has assigned supernatural investors to your destiny. Angels are being deployed to back your business, accelerate your assignments, and dismantle the delays. These are not ordinary moments you're stepping into. This is a supernatural rollout backed by divine force. God funds what he favors. And because you are chosen, heaven's resources are now flowing in your direction. But this goes beyond financial favor. You're being surrounded by angelic intelligence, spiritual advisors, divine protectors, and heavenly connectors. The help you need isn't just human. It's heaven sentient. Expect unusual endorsements. Expect moments that defy logic. Expect to walk into meetings where people say, "I don't know why I'm doing this, but something is telling me to help you." That's not luck. That's divine alignment. That's the investor angels moving on your behalf. You're not alone in the boardroom. You're not alone on the battlefield. God has sent backup, and it's powerful. Gone are the days of brilliant ideas dying in notebooks. The dreams you've had, those million-dollar business plans, those brand concepts, those innovations, they're being funded now. God is not asking you to beg for backing. He's assigning wealth to your purpose. You are not meant to just survive financially. You are meant to build and bankroll movements. This is your time to step into entrepreneurship, brand identity, intellectual property, scalable income, and multiple revenue streams. What once felt too big is now exactly what God is empowering you to do. You've got heavenly capital. Your purpose has a budget, and heaven just approved it. Resources are being directed toward your business. Collaborators are being drawn toward your brand. Creative downloads are coming with clear, practical strategy. You're not chasing funding anymore. You are the funding. God is turning you into a financial system. Let this truth sink in deep. You will not toil to be wealthy. You will not burn out to be blessed. God's favor is not earned through exhaustion. It's released through alignment. You are entering a season where favor will do the heavy lifting that your hands could never accomplish. This doesn't mean you won't work. It means your work will carry supernatural efficiency. What used to take 10 years will take 10 weeks. What used to feel like hustle will now feel like flow. You're shifting from grind mode to grace mode. This is not laziness. It's lordship. You've surrendered, and now God is supplying. People will look at you and wonder how it happened so fast, how it exploded out of nowhere. But you'll know the truth. God did it. You showed up with obedience, and heaven showed up with overflow. Let the records reflect. You didn't chase the bag. The bag chased you. There's a payroll in heaven, and your name has just been moved to the top tier. And God doesn't hire without paying. And because you've been faithful to the call even when it hurt, He's not just about to pay you back. He's about to pay you forward. Supernatural surplus means you'll have more than enough. Not just for your needs, but for your generosity. You'll fund missions. You'll pay off people's mortgages. You'll sow seeds into ministries, schools, and communities. You won't be waiting for help. You'll be the help. Every time you looked at a bill and felt anxiety, God saw it. Every time you gave when you barely had enough, He recorded it. And now He's sending overflow. Not just to cover what's due, but to create new destiny options. You are on the divine payroll. Direct deposit from heaven is live. Let's talk about the doors that didn't open. The people who didn't call back. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers. The no's that crushed you. You wondered what's wrong with me. But now you're about to understand. Those no's weren't rejections. They were redirections. God wasn't closing doors to punish you. He was positioning you. Every time you were blocked, delayed, or denied, it was actually God saying, "Not this. I've got better." He saw the rooms you were begging to enter, and He knew they were too small for your destiny. He saw what you couldn't see. Fake friends, deceptive contracts, dead-end deals. So instead of letting you settle, He said, "Wait." And that wait was not wasted. It was strategic. Now get ready for the yes that will make you forget every no. The divine yes that will slam open every door the enemy tried to seal shut. You're about to walk into rooms that were tailor-made for you. Offers that make no earthly sense are coming your way. The deals, the invites, the wealth, they're not coming because of who you know. They're coming because God said yes. There was a time when struggle felt normal, when hardship was your everyday, when survival became your only strategy. But let me be clear, that contract is void. Heaven has torn it up. You no longer live under the agreement of struggle. You are now under a covenant of abundance. Your identity is not in pain. It's in promise. You are not cursed. You are covered. The enemy wrote lies in your past, but God has revised your entire story. What used to define you, lack, chaos, despair, is being edited out by the blood of Jesus. A new agreement is on your life now. Wealth, favor, peace, and progress. This is not just a motivational phrase. It's a prophetic declaration. The cycles are breaking. The ceiling is shattering. The warfare is weakening. And in its place comes clarity, confidence, and cash flow. God didn't create you to fight forever. He's called you to flourish. So step out of the struggle. You're in a new contract now. You've been underestimated, mocked, laughed at. They called your dreams crazy, your faith naive, your struggle permanent. But what they didn't know was that God was hiding a masterpiece under the mess. The same mouths that mocked you are about to marvel at your manifestation. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Because when God moves, He doesn't need their permission, only your faith. You don't need revenge. You need results. And God is preparing to display your success as a prophetic sign. Your wins will speak louder than your words ever could. Get ready to be a walking testimony, a moving miracle. The same people who said you'll never make it will have to admit, surely the Lord is with them. You are going from overlooked to undeniable, from dismissed to distinguished. And your rise will be public because your pain was public. God is about to put your victory on display. Let's make something clear. You're not just chasing wealth. You are being transformed by it. God is turning you into a kingdom millionaire. That means your money has a mission. Your overflow has an assignment. And your success will be holy, strategic, and generational. This isn't about ego or excess. It's about influence. God is raising you up to fund visions, to break cycles, to empower others, to build empires that glorify Him. You won't just wear wealth, you'll wield it. You'll write checks that change lives. You'll fund causes that shake nations. And you'll never apologize for it, because it's not pride, it's purpose. So accept it. Don't shrink. Don't deny what God is doing. Walk in it! Own it! Speak like a millionaire. Move like a steward of heaven's economy. Think with strategy. Pray with power. Spend with purpose. You are not becoming rich just for comfort. You are becoming rich for kingdom transformation. It's already happening. Step into it. You've lived long enough watching others testify while wondering when your turn would come. You've clapped for them, prayed for them, sowed for them. Now God says it's your time. The atmosphere is shifting, and you're stepping into a season where miracles won't be rare, they'll be regular. What once felt impossible will start to feel expected. The supernatural is becoming your standard. This isn't about goosebumps or emotional moments. It's about evidence, tangible breakthroughs, real results. You're not going to have to keep explaining your faith with words anymore. Your life will preach for you. Your testimony will be living proof that God is still in the business of doing the unbelievable. Every area of dryness is about to see rain. God is sending miracle moisture to the places in your life that have felt barren. What the enemy convinced you was dead, forgotten, or too far gone, God is resurrecting with power. The same hands that were once empty will now overflow with harvest, healing, and heaven's handprints. So get ready. Miracles are coming in your relationships, your money, your mind, your ministry. You don't have to beg or strive. Just believe, because God isn't waiting for you to be perfect. He's waiting for you to expect the impossible. And in this season, impossible is your address. There's something powerful about your voice. Not just what you say, but what you carry. Your voice has been silenced, shamed, ignored, but not anymore. God is anointing your sound, and doors are about to open because of what comes out of your mouth. Your declarations are keys. Your praise is a password. Your worship is a weapon. For too long, you've whispered when God told you to roar. But now every word aligned with His word becomes a divine unlocking mechanism. Speak healing, and it will happen. Speak favor, and it will manifest. Speak wealth and it will locate you. God is using your vocal cords to rewrite earthly atmospheres. Stop shrinking. Stop silencing your testimony. Your story has power. Your survival has value. When you speak, heaven responds and hell trembles. The days of being quiet to keep others comfortable are over. It's time to lift your voice and release the sound that shakes structures and breaks spiritual ceilings. God is turning your voice into a spiritual instrument. It will summon angels. It will draw resources. It will shift rooms. Don't doubt it. Declare it. Because in this season, your sound is the signal of your shift. In the natural realm, growth takes time. Success requires process. But when God gets involved, acceleration becomes your portion. He's stepping into your timeline and pressing fast forward. You're about to see things shift, manifest, and multiply at speeds that defy logic. You've spent years being faithful in small places, and now God is collapsing time to reward your faithfulness. Meetings that should have taken months to arrange will happen in a day. Connections that once took years to build will form overnight. What the world calls luck is really kingdom acceleration. Don't resist the speed just because it feels unfamiliar. You are not skipping the process. You're riding on supernatural momentum. The delay has expired. God is redeeming the time, restoring the years, and releasing the harvest. He's not trying to catch you off guard. He's trying to catch you up to your divine pace. Your name is being fast-tracked. You're moving from the back of the line to the front of the table. And it's not because of who you know. It's because of who you are in God. Buckle your seatbelt. Divine acceleration is launching you forward. The battles you fought weren't just for you. The warfare, the trauma, the pain. It was all connected to your assignment as a cycle breaker. God didn't just choose you to be blessed. He chose you to be the one who breaks the curses and births a new lineage of legacy. You're the interruption to generational poverty. You're the disruption to generational trauma. You're the one who won't pass down fear, addiction, or scarcity, but will pass down wisdom, wealth, and worship. You're not random. You're a root planter and a tree builder. Your ceiling will be your children's floor. Yes, it's heavy, but God has fortified you for this. He's given you revelation, resilience, and resources that your ancestors never had access to. Don't resent the pressure. It's the sign of your purpose. You're not just carrying dreams. You're carrying a whole bloodline forward. This is bigger than income. It's about inheritance. You're not just changing your story. You're rewriting the story of everyone connected to you. And God is making you the prototype of what's possible when heaven touches a family line. Obedience isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It doesn't always make sense, but it always makes a shift. Every time you said yes to God, even when it cost you, you were opening a gate. And now the floodgates of heaven are about to pour out blessings you won't have room to contain. Don't underestimate what your silent obedience has unlocked. The prayers you whispered when no one was watching, heard. The sacrifices you made when no one clapped, recorded. The obedience you gave without needing a platform, celebrated by heaven. Now the heavens are open. Rain is falling. And what's coming isn't just sprinkles. It's a downpour, provision, protection, peace, promotion. God's not rewarding perfection. He's rewarding positioning. You said yes. And now the rain of divine abundance is being released. Get your buckets ready. This isn't a drizzle. It's a drenching. Your field is fertile. Your sky is full. And your obedience has activated unlimited outpouring. You're about to live in a state of blessing that's irrigated by heaven. There were seasons where no one saw you, where you posted and nobody cared, prayed and nothing happened, worked and nothing moved. But God was not absent. He was concealing you for calibration. And now He's ready to reveal you to the world with power, clarity, and visibility. What was once private preparation is becoming public manifestation. You're about to be called upon, sought out, discovered, not for popularity but for purpose. God is turning the very place of your pain into the platform for His glory. The silence is over. Your season of announcement is here. Testimonies that felt distant are about to become your daily reality. And it won't be subtle. It will be supernatural. People will ask, "What happened to you?" And your only response will be, "God touched my life." You won't have to chase attention. Your transformation will draw it. So don't be shocked when strangers recognize your gift, when nations hear your voice, when platforms open that you never applied for. God is amplifying your story not for fame but for impact. This is your testimony era. You thought you lost something when you gave. You thought sacrifice meant subtraction. But in God's economy, giving activates multiplication. And you're entering a cycle of perpetual harvest, where every seed sown returns not just added, but multiplied. Your generosity didn't go unnoticed. Whether it was time, money, wisdom, or love, God saw it all. And now He's sending angels of increase to locate your soil. You will reap where you sowed and even in places where others forgot, but God never did. The world teaches scarcity, but heaven operates on supernatural return. What left your hands never left your future. It was simply an investment into the realm of unstoppable return. And that return is now manifesting as ideas, partnerships, promotions, and provision. Don't stop sowing. The more you release, the more God refills and multiplies. You are not being drained. You are being developed. You are becoming a financial force, and your seed is your secret weapon. This is the season where God is marrying supernatural wisdom with real-world strategy. You're not just going to shout, you're going to scale. You're not just going to pray, you're going to plan. Heaven is sending strategies that will make what took others decades take you only months. Ideas are coming, systems are forming, models are manifesting, and it's not random. It's divine intelligence. You'll wake up with business plans. You'll dream blueprints. You'll receive downloads that set industries ablaze because God isn't just giving you wealth. He's giving you structure. Every move you make will carry weight. You'll stop guessing and start governing. You'll shift from confusion to clarity. No more wasted energy. No more missed timing. You are now walking in the brilliance of divine precision. The kingdom needs wealth with wisdom, and you're being equipped to lead the way. God is making you a spiritual strategist in the marketplace, ministry, and media. Watch how everything clicks. For so long, you've prayed for a breakthrough to find you. You've waited, fasted, cried, and asked God to send help. But what if I told you that you are the answer to the prayer? What if the breakthrough you've been seeking isn't coming from outside, but rising up from within you? And is shifting your mindset from desperation to dominion. You carry answers. You carry light. You carry power. And the delay wasn't denial. It was development. God was forming in you the wisdom, strength, and revelation needed to become what others are searching for. You're not waiting on a miracle. You're becoming a miracle in motion. Everything you've endured has equipped you to break chains for your family, your generation, and your industry. You're not average. You're anointed. You're not stuck. You're strategically positioned. The enemy knew this. That's why the fight was so fierce. But it's too late now. You've awakened. And so shift your language. No more saying, I'm just trying to get through. Instead, declare, I am the breakthrough. Doors will open because you walk in. Atmospheres will shift when you speak. Solutions will manifest because you show up. You are heaven's disruption in the earth. It's time to heal from the lie that said you missed your moment because you didn't. Every delay you experienced wasn't a loss. It was a lesson. God was training you in the hidden places. Not to punish you, but to prepare you for power. Your delay was your divine classroom. While you waited, God built your endurance. While doors didn't open, He was deepening your discernment. While others ran ahead, He was anchoring your character. Now you're not just ready for a blessing. You're ready to carry the weight of it. You've been certified in the secret place. Let the world rush. You're right on time. God wasn't keeping anything from you. He was saving something for you. And now when He releases it, you'll have the integrity to sustain it. Your delay developed muscle others don't have. Spiritual muscle, emotional muscle, mental clarity, and now you'll rise differently. You'll move with focus, not fear. You'll discern what's real. You won't chase status. You'll walk in substance. This was never a denial. It was divine refinement. And now the refined version of you is ready to rule. You're not just making decisions. You're making prophetic moves. Your next action, your next step, your next yes is about to shift entire atmospheres. This isn't ordinary progress. It's movement guided by divine instruction and precision. Don't take your next decision lightly. Heaven is partnering with you to orchestrate results that change families, cities, nations. That contract you're about to sign, that meeting you're about to take, that door you're about to walk through, it's bigger than you think. It's part of a prophetic setup. God is downloading clarity. Don't rush. Don't move from pressure. Move from presence. When He gives you the green light, move boldly. There's no more room for small, safe decisions. This next move carries momentum for generations. You're not guessing. You're guided. And when heaven authors your steps, hell can't interrupt the outcome. So breathe deep.